Hi, it's among my first YouTube videos where I'll actually be talking. I thought I might actually do a little bit of an unboxing video of these Daniel Smith hand-poured pans. I was pretty excited when I saw them on wet paint because I'm a huge fan of Daniel Smith, but I had never seen them in pans. Of course, I've tried to make my own pans to varying degrees of success, but overall I ended up using a lot of Schmincke because it's already in a pan. It's easy to transport. So this is the box that I ordered. It was called the Ultimate Mixing Set because I'm still working on figuring out the best combinations of things to mix. I have other sets of watercolors that aren't necessarily made for mixing, and when you do mix them, your results may vary. So it's nice to know that someone has looked at these colors and said these are good for mixing. And it looks like these were designed by, this case was designed by Jane Blundell. So with the order, I got this little pamphlet that told me about each set they offer. A sketcher set made with the colors that were picked out by Liz Steele, who I just finished a watercolor class with her, and these are colors that she referenced a lot. The one I got, the Ultimate Mixing Set, then they have colors of inspiration. They've got one just for earth tones or water, floral. So really depending on what kind of watercolor you like to do, there seems to be a different set. This was a pretty exciting set that I got because it actually came with 2 boxes. It came with a completely empty box. This is one of the smallest pan sets I have, yet it has 15 different spaces for colors. I mean, they are normal sized, but there's no space in between them like you might find in a Schmincke box of the same number. It is, however, it's a plastic box, so it's not steel or anything, but you know, it will do. And then this is the case for the one with all the colors in it. As they say here, I'm unique, because every time they're going to hand pour things, they might get slightly different mixes or amounts of pigment, and they said it's normal to see it not be exactly to the edges. So let's see how it looks. It's a little bit hard to open. Oh yeah, well, let me tell you, for all those disclaimers, it's a whole lot better than anything I've personally hand poured. So the colors I have here are, I can read to you from the list. They were definitely colors I was excited about. I reviewed all the sets before I ordered, and I saw that this had a lot of things I like to use. The first one is Buff Titanium, which is a great very neutral color for urban sketchers. If you're ever trying to do stone buildings and it's really hard to know what is exactly the right color, Buff Titanium often helps. There's a Hansa Yellow Medium here, a Quinacridone Gold, and I'm super happy about this because I do own a Quin Gold, but it's from the M. Graham Lime watercolors, and they do not work well with hand pouring because they're very moist, and they ended up getting all over my hand poured set. The next color here is Pyrrole Scarlet, and then we've got Permanent Alizarin Crimson. Please forgive my mispronunciation possibly of these words. Quinacridone Rose, looks like it's the dark one down there. Then they call that Goethite, which is like a brown ochre, and that must mean this is a raw umber in the Jane's Gray, which leads me to think this must be Phthalo Green, Phthalo Blue. Phthalo Blue is really a great mixing one. Cerulean Blue and Ultramarine Blue. So the reason why it was hard for me to tell is that Ultramarine is so dark, but we all know how useful Ultramarine is. Here, actually, I think you have the greatest hits of blues: Ultramarine, Cerulean, and Phthalo. With that, you can mix any green you want. And you notice there's actually, aside from Phthalo Green, there is no green in here, but you're not going to need it with the Hansa Yellow, the brown ochre, and all these different blues. You will not ever need a green because you'll be able to mix all of your own greens. So I'm really excited to try this out, and so for the second part of this video, I will be actually making a little color chart.